evening YouTube, hope everyone's good. Now everyone's seeing the back and forth bullshit with the discussions that are happening on Easy's channel, Lifefoot, being reviewed and dissected on Herpet's channel. Now she said many times, oh, it's a shit channel, it's a dead channel, blah blah blah. So why pay any attention to it realistically? Now the only time that professional gobshite's name comes up is when it's being injected into that situation. Nobody's sitting over there and going, oh, let's talk about fucking Herpet. You know what I mean? When it gets injected into the situation, then yeah. Do you know what I mean? Now she'll say, oh, I'm not sending people over. Yeah, you have. You've sent Taff, oh, go and review this. Countless amounts of times. You've said it to other people, which, to be fair, to their credit, have chose not to. Now, the little troll accounts and whatever, I don't even name them. They're just troll accounts. They're over there, and then they come over going, oh, this, that and the other, and trying to inject Herpet's fucking shite into that chat thing or whatever. For me personally, if that was causing me a problem like it seems to be causing Herpet a problem, I'd be telling them to knock it on the head. But that's just me, innit? Now, for me it seems strange that the professional gobshite, which likes to have an opinion on everybody and everything, and we have to be told what she thinks about this, what she thinks about that. I don't think there's anybody that actually cares what your thoughts are, what your opinions are on pretty much anything. It's like you've put yourself on a pedestal that you're just not really on. You know what I mean? You sat in the gutter sifting through fucking piss and shit, realistically. That's all you're doing. That's all you've done. And the opinion of such a scumbag, which has done the most vilest things and enrolls the most vilest people. Let's remember that one. Everyone needs a fucking bisaw. Everyone needs an ESAW. Everyone needs an ESAW. Now these videos can be and will be put back out. Yeah. Now, people noticed the U-turn that happened when Herpet had the discussion. What's his name? Brian Hurl. And it was a thing of the blackmail shit, the information that Danny Jones had sent over to the Dream Team. Now Herpet is trying to remix that and whatever. That's fine, do what you're doing. Make your lies up, get your hate campaign fucking in order and whatever, and we'll figure these things out. For me personally, I'll just go back to your own words. You have to swap and change and remix everything, and I've not had to do that. Now, I wouldn't even bother mentioning Herpet's fucking name if she could keep her name out of my name out of her mouth. And I think that would be the same with other people, Easy, Moon, whatever. She thinks like she's the main point of discussion, and everyone actually gives a fuck what Jupiter thinks, has an opinion of, or says. It's like, who cares, realistically? She's nothing. She's never been anything. She's a pretender. She's a fucking plastic patriot at best. I think we all know that unless it's got subs or views involved or whatever, Herpet is not interested. She'll say, oh, I'm not interested in having thousands of followers, I haven't got the time. Fuck off, you're on the internet literally all day, all night. All you do is fucking roll out of your pit and jump on the internet, whether it's fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. It's like, and then we know from people that you've spoke to in the past that have said, oh yeah, she has to stay awake watching the front door all night because she knows she's caused that many problems. She's in fear of something happening at night time or whatever, and she's done that for years. And like I've said a while ago, do you know what I mean? For her to be doing these things, oh yeah, come bring it to me door, this, that and the other. Sorry, but that's a negligent parent right there. Negligent to all the people that live in that household. To me, once anybody goes to the length of coming to your door or whatever, expect to get chopped up. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. If someone's happy to meet someone, that's different or whatever. It's like that when I went to Sean's. Do you know what I mean? I knew that he was parading around with a 12-inch carving knife. If he'd have come out and plunged me with that or whatever, do you know what I mean? I can't really cry victim when I've gone to his door, can I? But for Jupiter, no, she'll just keep inviting anybody and everybody. You all know where I live, blah, blah, blah. She thinks that little fucking midget nonce is going to like fight her battles or something. Do you know what I mean? Or what? A 6-foot sons that probably have nothing to do with her. They're going to deal with your problems, are they? Me personally, in that position, I won't be saying to the whole internet, yeah, if you got a problem with me, come to the door. Do you know what I mean? Is she mad? That half-man fucking midget nonce is doing nothing, is he, realistically? We all seen what happened in fucking Speaker's Corner. Do you know what I mean? But she'll like put him in positions and put her sons in positions. It's mad. But it's one of them. You can't be so opinionated about everything and everybody, and quite easy to just label people. Oh well, this one's a plant, and this one's a plant, and this one's hope not hate, and Raj is hope not hate, and Mertus is a plant, and fucking Lubna's a plant, and fucking Paul Thorpe's a plant, and all these people are plants. Claire Bear, she was a plant. She's fine now. It's funny as fuck this. Viking, oh he's a plant, but he's fine now. It's mad. It is mad. You can have an opinion on someone, but you can't start labelling people as, oh well, this one and that one and these are all plants, and then be asked when someone has got an opinion on something that's factually correct, something that somebody's actually said with their own mouth. When you keep bringing their name up, why are they not going to fire back and go, well, do you remember when Herpeter said this? Do you remember when Herpeter did that? Do you remember when Herpeter labelled X, Y and Z fucking nonces and paedophiles? And then it wants to cry off. Just remember, it wasn't that long ago. She was, oh, you know, I'm going to take these things to the police. I'm now a victim. This is harassment, blah, fucking blah. Do you know what I mean? She said on a video, I think it was yesterday, that if you despise somebody, it's a hate crime, because despise is more than hate. Apparently, she's done a fucking search and figured out that despise means more than hate or whatever. So if you despise Herpeter for all the vile shit she's said and done, then according to the law of Herpeter, that's a hate crime. It's actually worse than a hate crime. Oh man, imagine living in this empty head of hers or whatever, where she thinks she can just say these mad things and like the fucking simps around it just go, yeah, that's true, this is true, we'll put you up on nothing and we'll just carry on with this madness. Now, there was a point in time where the left was literally, clearly the most clinically fucking stupid people coming out with the most stupid things. Now it's like, it's just all over the gaff, isn't it? You got to think this is the one that's going to be holding the pom-poms with the fucking Viz vest on, is it the 16th, the UTK fucking thing or whatever. This is a representative of that movement. Let that sink in. And then you're going to be like surprised when people pull it apart and point out the obvious flaws and problems with that situation. Now that could be from me, it could be from Ghost, could be from Vele, who's that other one, JOJ. They're all going to pull these things apart, and it's called free ammunition. Trillo, do you know what I mean? All of those types of people are going to look at it and think, well, there's loads of problems. For me to say, oh yeah, you know, patriot, blah blah blah, that's lumping myself in with all this shit. The lines are fucking far too blurred for all that or whatever. That's why I'll never put myself in a box. I don't want to have anybody put me in the same bracket as somebody like Herpeter, which makes out she's a patriot. I would never do that. It's become very fucking scummy, and for the clean elements, the clean components that are around, it's just not good for them either. So yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. It is a bit of a mad one. But yeah, to sit crying and stamping your feet and doing lives at fucking all sorts of hours in the morning, triggered to fuck, coming out with absolute verbal diarrhea. If you notice, Jupiter keeps picking all the things that I say and then implementing them like it's her own or whatever. She's embarrassing. But then she'll say, I don't watch his shit. It's like, well, stop repeating the things that I've said. Stop repeating the things that you just hear me say or whatever. It's funny. Now, I've already proved my point. I've already said to people, right, I'm purposely going to not speak about her. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to add anything to anyone else that's saying things. And I did that for 3 weeks. And in that time, she must have said my name about fucking 9,000 times. So, I'm not asked. I can just not mention that cunt or whatever. The problem is, she can't do that. She can't keep certain people's name out of her mouth because she's got nothing else going on in her life. We're all aware of that. Now, just for fun, I am going to put out a few videos along the way. I see that Melt Carl still protesting, oh, I was there, the evidence is coming. Even last night it was, oh, the evidence is coming, the evidence is coming. It's been about 9 months. You can grow a whole baby in that time. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck? Now, me personally, I can't be arsed with none of that shit. I just cannot be arsed with none of that shit. I did say at the end of the year, like around Christmas time or whatever, I'm only going to be having discussions of worth that are worth my time. I haven't got all the time in the world to just sit around on the internet all day, all night like fucking Herpeter does. The only time really you'll catch me is later on at night when the kids are in bed and whatever. Sometimes I'll be driving out and about and whatnot. Sometimes I'll be at home or whatever. That's the decent time for myself. Now, I am aware that most people are not up at, them kind of times or whatever. So, traffic-wise, as a channel owner or whatever, for somebody like Easy, it's a bit of a mad one. You're only going to get certain people up, like people that are... a lot of people go bed at like fucking 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? So your catchment, really, it's not really a very big net. Now, the discussions that are happening late at night to be re-aired at a more reasonable time, like 6 o'clock onwards or whatever, I think that's what Easy realistically should be doing. Have it at night, re-air it in the day or whatever. For me, that would be a good thing, because you'll get more people interested. And then, yeah, you bring more decent people to the table. If you notice with Dave's and whatever, he's got a large thriving channel, 130,000 subs, probably more than that by now. Last time I looked it was about 130. The discussions that go on there, they're always in the daytime, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, but early on, do you know what I mean? Because there's more people around, you're obviously going to pull more people in and whatever. Now, Dave's channel, it's been kept clean and proper purposeful or whatever. That is the way forward. Now, from what I understand, that's what Easy's trying to turn his channel into, so it does actually attract the right people rather than the wrong people. Now, if the wonky cunts just keep their nose to their own shitty little fucking echo chamber, that would suit everyone down to the ground. I can't be arsed keep going on about the same smelly, fat, hope not hate troll cunt or whatever, but if she wants to keep doing the same shit, then I'm going to fire back. It is that simple. It is that simple, and I think that will be the same with Easy. I think that will be the same with Moon. I notice she's trying to push other people into that predicament now or whatever. You should be careful what you're doing, because I don't think you're going to like it if we all decide, right, okay, you want problems, we'll give you problems. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on, there's a lot that is not being spoke about. Keep pushing certain barriers, and I think you'll provoke a problem that you're not going to enjoy much, if I'm honest. I think people are being very well behaved at this moment in time, but the more things come up, the more things get reminded of, and eventually people are going to think, yeah, if you're trying to like start problems again and have worthless fucking opinions on certain things that are being said at the moment, you might open a door that you might not enjoy, to be honest. But yeah, for me, the awkward conversations, the things that Herpeter would not dare even have discussed or whatever, because you can only have one mindset and one opinion over on that echo chamber. The things that are being discussed on Easy's are relevant to what's unfolding right now. Now, if Easy can continue to have them awkward conversations, and the topics that people seem to kind of avoid having, or if it is had, it seems to be in an echo chamber situation, one narrative, and that's what they're gonna, do you know what I mean? It's good to have things from both sides of an argument, and for the people listening to be shown evidence which has brought both sides to their conclusions and whatnot. And doing that, you may open a few eyes, you may change a few fucking minds, do you know what I mean? Somewhere in the middle there will always be something that you all agree on, and for me that's what I've said is important. There's more to be done on building in the middle than there is on the things that you don't agree. Things you don't agree, you're probably never going to agree on, but there'll be stuff in the middle where you go, well, yeah, you know, I'm of this way thinking, but I agree with you on X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's enough, and to be having them discussions and whatever, I think is vital, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? We're accelerating quickly towards civil fucking disorder, civil war, if we're not fucking, do you know what I mean? Look at the things that are unfolding. You're just seeing that fucking cult get fucking like investigated, then they watered down their own investigation, and the public are fucking not happy. Do you know what I mean? The general public around there are not happy. I've said to people for time, it is gonna go off this summer. 100% it's gonna go off. I think it's gonna go off here, there, and everywhere as more attacks happen, as more sexual offences happen, as more fucking people are waking up to things and whatever, you're going to see problems. I'm telling you, you're going to see problems. And the more groundwork we can put in now to kind